Hi, this is Shannah, and this is another pick a card reading. This one is what they like about you. So, to find that out, we have three possibilities. We have pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. Take your time to pick your pile, and I will see you in a couple of seconds. So, if you picked pile number one, this is your reading, and this is the letter. Now, one thing they like about you is your style of communication. First of all, they find you very open. You're someone who communicates, you're someone who likes to share, and they also like the way you write or the way you speak. There's something about your style of communication that they really like. Maybe you're very literate, right? Or you have a way of with words that is very charming, very intelligent, very witty, and and they love to receive messages from you. They love to hear your voice as well, and this is the way you communicate. And your intellect as well is something they appreciate very, very much. Just give me a second. Thank you. I just had to close the window. So now we're starting with the oracle cards, not the oracle cards, I'm sorry, with the tarot cards. I got a new deck and it's really beautiful. So what do they like about pile number one? What do they like about pile number one? So let's just get a few cards. It's too many. So what do you like about pile number one? Okay, we have one. We have the Four of Wands. Let's get one more, please. We have the Knight of Wands. And one more. Okay. And that one just flew. And the Fool. Wow. Well, what they like about you, there's something very festive about you. You're someone who's really, really fun. You're someone who is full of energy. I'm just trying to find here some space for the cards. You're full of energy. You're very, very passionate. You don't do things like with half intention. We do it with full intention. And when you talk, again, here, when you talk is full with passion, is full with you're very dramatic. There's also like a theatrical side about you. You know, maybe some of you, you have like, you know, talents as an actress or actor. And because you portray your energy in a very intense way. That's the word I was looking for. You're very intense, but at the same time, it's not an intensity that brings people down. It actually lifts people. You're also someone, that's what they like. You're very inspiring. See here with the Knight of Wands. You are a daredevil. You're a bit fearless, but you inspire people to be fearless as well. You inspire people to go out and do the best they can and be the best version of themselves. You kind of inspire people to not give up. You inspire them to have courage, and you're very courageous yourself. You seem to do the impossible, and what I'm getting is like, because you don't cower, and what I'm getting is many people, they cower. Many people don't dare. And I'm not saying that, you know, like you don't have your fears, you don't have your blockages. You know, you are human. We all have certain blockages in some areas, but you try to overcome them. You're a fighter, you're a warrior, and you're very fun. You are an entertainer as well. I'm going back to actor and entertainer, but you're someone who entertains people. You don't have to be on a stage. You can be in your home and entertaining your guests. And and your friends. You're someone who tells stories. You're someone who makes people laugh, and you're someone that you can have wonderful conversations with. I know we don't have here the swords energy, but I'm getting it here. He's someone that someone could talk to you for hours. And that's what they like about you. They could talk to you for hours without getting bored. There's always something new. There's always something exciting. Um, Either you lead a very exciting life, but I think this is more like to do with your personality. You can make even the most mundane things sound exciting and adventurous, and you bring that spice into everything you do, and you just want people to have a good time. You're very, very fun. Even if you're down, you'll be fun. And it's like, and you're always reinventing yourself. You think you're someone, you go through a lot of cycles, and they see that. Sometimes you can be a bit gullible, but they find that charming. They find that sweet. But you don't give up on people. You don't give up on the goodness of the world. Again, it sounds a bit naive, but it's really, really beautiful. You like to go out into the world and try your luck, and believe that people are beautiful, and believe that there's good in the world. And you're more probably also someone who travels, or loves to travel, loves to discover other cultures, and just you're someone who gives of yourself. You give yourself entirely. You give yourself heart and soul, and but in an intelligent manner at the same time. And again, it's like fearless. It could, for others it would seem like you're a bit foolish, or that you don't take into account consequences for your behavior, but you're really, really like um, in the moment. Let's then see what the oracle cards have to say about it. So we're going to Oracle of the Mermaid. So what do they like about you? And you're someone who likes to party. You're someone who likes to to enjoy the finest things in life. So what I'm getting here with the Four of Wands, celebrations. You celebrate life. At least that's the aura you transpire, so to say. And okay, what do they like about you? What do they like about pile number one? Lemuria returns. We have earthly spirituality, community, ocean conservation, and one more card, please. Okay, there's a lot of cards. Should I take them all? Nah, it's really a lot. So one more card. Sorry for that. One more card. There you go. Yeah. It says more or less the same as all the other cards together. So we have the Selkie and her skin, reclaiming your authenticity. So then with these two cards, it's like, first of all, you're someone who's very creative. You're someone who's always like, you're always having a lot of ideas. And you always like with thousands of projects, and you always like birthing all these projects. And also they consider you that you could be like a good mother. You're someone that people want to have around. You're someone that you're very nurturing towards others. You have this sense of community, and you like to give. You're a giver, you're a nurturer. And you have this sense of community. You love to be among friends, and you like to feel protected. You protect and you love to feel protected, which makes sense. But you're also a unique kind of personality. You're very unique. You're very authentic. You do not sell your values. You do not sell who you are for the sake of fashion, for the sake of other people's opinions, for the sake of money. you're very authentic, and sometimes it's a bit difficult, to reconcile like the life in society, or even like in the working world, right? Reconcile the cap, let's put it like this, the capitalistic values with your personality. But you can really walk that line. You're very good at that because you know who you are, and you do anything for your family, you do anything for your friends. You're very protective, and you're also someone who is very proud of your own roots. You're proud of your family. Maybe you're someone who's really interested in your own lineage, or the lineage of your family. Maybe you're someone who likes something like family trees. You like to know where your ancestors come from. You're really interested in the history of your family, and you're proud of it, no matter what happened, no matter if it was traumatic, beautiful, or whatever. You're just very proud of it, and you own it. And you're very linked to water with ocean conservation here. You're very linked to water, you're very linked to nature, but especially water. And we have water here as well. Okay, this is the Mermaid Oracle, makes sense. But again, it's something like you take water conservation also very seriously. Maybe not just water, nature as such. You're someone who probably is an activist, be it directly or indirectly. You tried to do your best in order not to harm nature or the animal world and people, of course. Yeah, and you never pretend to be someone who you're not. You're very real. You're real, and all this passion. You're just unique, and they love that about you. Let's see some more. Now we have here the gods and goddesses oracle. I just shortened the name. I just put all these two together. Wait, I just want one card at a time, please. So what do they love of pile number one? So we're going to have like male gods and female goddesses cards mixed. So I tried not to do this like really gender-based. We have Ganesha obstacles. One more card, please. With the Ganesha obstacles, the first thing I'm getting immediately is you don't stop, you don't give up. If you see an obstacle, it actually, some of you may even find it inspiring, because the obstacles really bring out the best in you. And then we have Jeanne d'Arc. She's not a goddess and not a siren as well. So I don't know why they called it this, but Jeanne d'Arc was a female warrior. I think it's the 14th century. I'm not sure if correct me. Feel free to correct me in the comments. But she's one of my personal heroes. And I really, really love her. And if you'd like to visit her tomb, that's in Nice. And Nice in France. And so she did really exist, and she fought the English. So she was kicking ass in the name of the Lord. And here, what we were saying, so she's a fighter, and she's someone who has faith. She believed, and she believed so much that it was her mission to free France from the English power, that she went to battle. She battled man. She was fighting man and wearing an armor and being amazing, right? And so this is you as well. You are a warrior. You have the spirit of a warrior. You're fearless, like we said earlier. You are fearless, and you're not afraid of obstacles. And actually, obstacles is what keeps you going. I think if life would be too easy for you, you would be kind of bored. Of course, we all want an easy life, but I think you kind of like the hard part, because it makes you feel alive. And Dave see that as well in you. It's like you are not bogged down by obstacles. You are not put down by what other people may say or think. You just do your thing the best you can. Of course, all of us, we have our how you call it, our boundaries and our own hurts and traumas. But on the whole, like pile number one, you are amazing. And this person loves that about you. You are nurturing, a protector, you are a warrior. You would fight for your family and friends, and non-stop. If someone was in danger, someone needing your help, you would do anything for them. And that would be even very nice if then they would appreciate it. But I don't think that you need their appreciation. You do your best, you do the best you can to keep everyone around you safe. And they really like that about you. This really strong aura, this warrior aura, and at the same time very nurturing and very fun and very entertaining. So it's wow. Let's see now. Goddess power. Let's get here the goddess power. What do they like about you? So, what do they like about pile number one, please? What do they like about pile number one? What do they like about, oh, so many cards. So just give me a second. Okay, if they are the right ones, they'll come back, don't worry. But there are too many at once. So I think this person that you're thinking about, or people, they like many things about you, because you see how the cards, so many cards want to come out. They like many, many things about you. I think what's coming out is just the main features. It's like the most obvious features or the most obvious qualities in you. So what do they like about pile number one? What do they like? And I think like you would be like this kind of partner that someone really feels safe with, or a friend. People feel safe when they're around you. You can ease their fears, and they know you'll protect them no matter what, because you're very loyal. Then we have Nike, ambition. And you see how the pattern is really, it's all this like gold colors. It's beautiful. So you're also a very ambitious person. You know what you want. Like I said, you're kind of unstoppable. And then we have Lighty Revolution. I hope I said it right. If not, I'm really, really sorry. And one more card, please. The Sun. Wow. So what they like about you. So on one hand, we have really this feisty, strong, rebel. You do your own thing. You're authentic. You are real. You are a protector, probably even a healer here with the Lemuria returns. You're very, very giving. And that's more like on this surface level, but you also have a deeper side to you here with Revelation. You're a very insightful person. And like I said, conversation with you is always very deep and intelligent and interesting and intense. So, and it can be also entertaining and fun. But you make people think, even through the fun, even through the laughter. You're never superficial, you know, and you're always very deep, even in your most fun moments. And this, what they like about you, is like you shine like a sun. You bring light into their worlds. It's like you come in and you light up the room, even if it sounds like a cliche. But you see all these colors, it's like more like gold colors here. So I think this is your nature, is you light up rooms, you light up everywhere you are, because people then feel touched by your energy, even if they don't notice consciously. But it's impossible to be indifferent to you. You just have this beautiful energy that touches everyone, and you are actually aware of this, and you use it. You use it in a conscious way. I think most of you will use it in a positive way in order to make people feel good. And this is the sun energy, but the sun energy also has something you can see through people. These two cards together here, they're very powerful because this insight, this revelation, you can see through people. You can see even the darkest secrets. You can feel it, at least, even if you cannot name them. You can see it. You can immediately feel what kind of person is in front of you. And you bring light into darkness. You bring light into people's lies, into people's darkest sides. And it doesn't have to be that you want to expose them, but sometimes it's like you bring light to themselves, in the sense that they realize what you're doing in a way or another. This is really, really deep. And they see that in you. They feel this beautiful energy, this beautiful effect you have on them. And they love it because they love this about you. You have like so many facets about you, and it goes a lot deeper than just the first appearance. This is really, really beautiful. And you're a very ambitious person. Like I was saying, you're unstoppable. If you want something, you go and get it. And that's fantastic. So pile number 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And if you like a private reading, my information, my contact is in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram account. And feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you like, also to leave a comment. So have a great time, full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading with the Sun card, the sign of Leo. So this card tells us already that, first of all, probably they find you very exotic because of the look of the card, right? And also, you're very warm and you're very kind. You're very loving, and you bring light into their world. And you're very sunny. You have a sunny disposition, and you're joyful, and you're very bright. Not only like it comes to intelligent, but like I said, with this sunny disposition. And you're someone who laughs a lot. And it's not, yes, you're also funny, but it's not you being funny. It's you feeling joy. You know what I mean? You have this really, you spread joy. You have really this sunny disposition. That's what I'm getting here. And probably someone also that likes to travel. I really like to travel to exotic places. Sorry, I just saw a mosquito. And I was blowing it away. Like to travel to exotic destinations, to discover new cultures, and you feel linked to certain cultures probably here, like the Egypt with the pyramids, for instance. Yeah, but let's see with what the tarot has to say first. So what do they like about you? What do they like about pile number 2? What do they like about pile number 2? What do they like about pile number 2? Okay. Okay. Okay, and we have the 2 of Wands, again, traveling. There you go. Looking at other destinations. Always like looking ahead and looking away. A bit of a dreamer as well. Then, speaking of dreamer, we have the Moon. And what do they like about you? And we have the King of Wands. And back of the deck, we have 8 of Wands. Again, traveling, moving. and also communication. So let's put them here. There you go. So what we have here, what do I like about you? Well, you're a bit mysterious. You're a bit mysterious, and you like to have things your way. And I'm saying the mysterious, of course, because of the moon. And we have the moon twice. It's really interesting, although we chose the sun card here. Really nice. Now, you're mysterious. You have depth that you don't really share with other people. And sometimes it is a bit difficult to pin you down. And they really like that about you, right? That because it gives you that sense of mystery, that sense of, that they're always discovering new sides to you, new corridors, like in your mind, and new landscapes. And you're also someone who really has a variety of landscapes within you, and you're always like very interested in the world outside. Maybe it's also someone that you love to watch documentaries about travel, about like the animal world, safari, um, Africa. I'm getting a lot of Africa. Okay, we had Egypt, yes, but I'm getting images about lions, savannah, and so on. And maybe that's really a continent that really fascinates you, right? But you want to discover the world. You want, you're someone who really has wide horizons. You're someone who wants to make the best out of your life. It's not only through traveling, because there are many ways of traveling. Maybe it's, for instance, reading, planning, getting information. But you're someone who's not just happy with reading. You're someone with action here with the King of Wands. You're action oriented, and but sometimes you feel like you're a bit stuck, because there are fears that stop you. But what they like about you is, like, again, if these fears come up, you try to go anyway, you try to do it anyway. So there's a high level of courage here and maturity. You know how, it's like, your limits, you know what you can and can't do, and you can go around it. You really try to do the best thing you can in order to achieve your goals. But here, what I'm getting is also, for some of you, psychology is something that interests you. And also mysticism as well, going like to the darker side of the human psyche, darker side also like of spirituality. But I'm not saying like the black magic or something like that. Not at all. You're just not afraid of mysteries. You're not afraid of diving in and discovering and researching. You love adventure. You want to go where no one has gone before, kind of thing. And um, and you're someone who you can really present yourself in a very positive way. And you can hide this more mysterious side, or even your fears. You can hide them very well. Something that you keep to yourself. But they find this, it's here, this mystery side very seductive, very alluring, very sexy. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, it gives you a depth. There's something very deep about you. Your words are deep. It's like you write poetry. Some of you probably do. You write poetry, beautiful, deep, and full of symbolisms, full of meaning. If it is not poetry, then it's prosa. Then it's, like, you write stories that, some of them may even be scary stories, but they're beautiful at the same time. Something here with expression, I'm getting a lot of it. Like, yeah, interesting. And you're also very interested, like I was saying, for instance, some of you could be also card readers, or psychics, or even mediums. It's like you're always connecting to other worlds. but it's more like this, what they like about you is like this mystery about you, and this courage, and the will to go into the unknown. So wow, yeah, an adventurer. Yeah. Let's see now the Oracle of the Mermaids, what they see, what they will tell us. So what do they like about pile number 2? What do they like about pile number 2? Let's see. Need 2 cards, please. We have 1. Receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to give. One more. The crane bag. Sacred ocean medicine. Clutter, declutter, choice. Interesting. First of all, what they like about you is that you have like a fear, give and receive. This now here reminds me of the 6 of Pentacles. It has to be fear. You know, allow yourself to give, allow yourself to receive. But it has to be something that's fair between you two. Or if it's a group of people. So you don't believe in just taking, you don't believe in just receiving, and you don't believe in just giving. It has to be fair. And sometimes it's a bit difficult to offer you something. It can be that you have difficulties in receiving, but in the way, for instance, if you receive something from someone, you have the feeling that you're obliged to give something back in return immediately, right? And but one thing that is great about you here with the crane bag, remember I was telling you about psychology, because this is medicine. So it could be, again, that you really have this hang to psychology, or maybe you're a psychologist yourself or very interested in the matter. And then here is also that you could be very, very healing to the people around you. It's like you always know the right thing to say, you always know the right thing to do in order to soothe other people's minds and hearts and tempers. And also you travel light. Again, you have the soul of a traveler, like I was saying earlier. And again, here with Dipjet, you really have the soul of a traveler. So you don't have difficulties in decluttering. You don't have difficulties in letting go of what you don't need. And you always, kind of travel light, because you don't want your life to get so heavy that you cannot move freely anymore. This is like your essence as well. And again, also here, I'm saying also because with pile number 1, there was like a really, really tiny quality that could overlap here. And that's that you always are able to renew yourself, to rediscover yourself. And I have the feeling you don't get stuck in the past. You can let go. You don't have difficulties in letting go. Again, you just take what is needed. You just take what it's really important at that moment. And you're very healing. Your presence is very healing for other people. Like I said, you have this nag of saying the right thing, of doing the right thing for others. So let's see here. The gods and goddesses oracles, I just mixed them. So we have the gods and the goddesses, so it's not just gender based. So there you go. So what they like about pile number 2? What they like about pile number 2? They're really big cards. Okay. Okay, you got 3. 4. There's so many. Okay. But you know what? I'll take them. I didn't do that for pile number 1. Sorry, pile number 1. But first we have Yemaya, sorry. We have Hope. We have Bayami, Beauty. We have Maui, Discover. Remember, Soul of a Traveler. Let's put this a bit differently, so we do have space for everyone here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And then we have Mitra's Sacrifice. So, like I was saying, you can say the right thing for people in order for them to people to. I'm not. My English is gone. I'm sorry. Let's try again with grammar, with proper grammar. So you can say the right people so that people can. You can say the right words so that people can relax, so people can soothe their minds and soul. And here you're someone who you're very in the moment, you flow with the moment, right? Because Imaya is like, in origin, she was the spirit of the rivers, right? And so you flow, you're like the rivers that flow. And so, be it obstacles, mountains, whatever, they just flow, flow, flow until they reach the ocean. And this is you, like you have that sparkle in you, you have that lightness in you, you just flow. You're in the moment again, like I was saying. You don't have so much baggage, you don't carry so much baggage with you. You let it, you let it be washed away, and you flow. You try to be as much as you can in the moment. Another thing is, it's like you're very beautiful. That's something they are crazy about you too. I know the way the card was designed doesn't seem like that, but you are very, very beautiful. And you're also someone who can see beauty in others. Like I said, you have like that something very, very joyful about you, and there's a goodness within you. Even if there's like this darker side, but it's part of that, because there's so much light. There's also a darker side. It's okay, but you can see then the goodness in other people. You can see their best sides. You can see their talents. You can see who they truly are. It's like you can see the beauty of their soul. And that makes you even more beautiful than what you really are. And again, we have Maui, we have the discoverer of islands. So this is you. It's like you have Maui in your heart, so to say, because you have this traveler spirit, and you love cultures. If you could, you'd be traveling the whole time, always chasing the sun kind of vibe is what I'm getting. And you're very respectful of other not costumes, of other cultures, of other habits, that's the word, and of other ways of living. You're very, very open. You're very open-minded. You're very graceful as well. You're very kind. It's the energy I'm getting. I'm getting more energy than what the cards are telling me. But you're very kind. But again, your kindness comes here with Mitras. And Mithras is actually the one on the shield. And they're showing a Roman because the Roman officers were the ones that followed the cult of Mithras. And Mithras was a sun god. Again, we have the sun. We have twice moon, twice sun, and a lot of water, beautiful. And was a sun god, and still is a sun god. And it's also very kind, very loving, and who was born on the 24th or 25th of December. And that's where we got our Christmas from. So read about it. I think you, pile number 2, would be very interested in Mithras. Read about it. It's a very interesting cult. And but But it's about sacrifice, because part of the Mithras cult is also about a certain sacrifice. I'm not getting into it because it's a lot, but it's what they're showing here on the shield as well. And so that was that sacrifice so that the sun could shine again on the 25th of December. And this is, you are able to do that. You're someone, but this is a bit dangerous actually. But that's my opinion now, it's not their opinion. Their opinion is they really like it because you're someone who will sacrifice her or himself for others. You're someone, like I was saying, there's this feeling of kindness about you. You do anything for other people, also for them to be happy. And the real danger here, and that's what I was feeling here. Remember, I was feeling there's like a blockage, right? That probably you are just on that ceiling, but not traveling, just daydreaming, which is the first impression I got. But like with this card is a go-getter. So here's the danger, and that's just between us two now, is that you sacrifice too much of yourself in order to make others happy. So be careful with that. But what this shows is this really kind heart. This is like the confirmation of the energy I was getting the whole time. A really kind heart, a giving heart, a loving heart. And they really love that about you. It's not that they love that you sacrifice yourself, but they know that you would. Just knowing that you have that in you, it's just amazing. It's just incredible, right? Let's see what the Goddess Power Oracle has to say. What do they like about pile number 2? What do they like about pile number 2? We have Mary, miracles. There we go, with the sacrifice. And you're someone, you can make miracles. Okay. What do they like? We have Sophia, divine wisdom. Oh, wow. And what do they like about pile number 2? We have Yostre, new beginnings. Yeah. Remember that when I was saying you're always redefining yourself, you're always being reborn, right? And this is what we have here. This is the goddess of Easter. So it's always the new beginning, always being rejuvenated, reinventing yourself and rediscovering yourself. And it's like you go through many things. And this from me here with the moon and Sophia, that goes together because you go through so many phases in your life. You go through so many things. And probably you've walked some long nights or dark nights of the soul. And you've learned so much. And what's beautiful here, no matter what you went through, you turn it into wisdom because of love. And you're someone that believes in miracles. And like I was saying, you always see the best in other people. And you're always ready to believe that things will be all right, that people will make the right choices. And this, it's like, it could bring someone to cry, just by being in your presence. It's because it's such a loving, beautiful energy. And you're someone who can also really help other people with your knowledge, help other people with your wisdom. And you're always willing to help. You're always willing, for others to be happy. And they love that about you because you're wise, you're kind, you are loving, and you can make the impossible possible. There's a saying, I think that's as here in Germany. Sometimes I just mix up all the languages, but never mind. But I think it's in Germany that they say, so I'll just translate it. So the impossible is doable, but miracles they just take a bit longer. Something like that. Yeah, the impossible is doable, but miracles take a bit longer. And I think that's kind of your motto, that you don't give up. And especially if it's for the good of someone else, for for their well-being, you always be there. This is really beautiful, a beautiful energy, pile number 2. So, and this is your reading, and I'm trying to articulate now. And I hope it resonates, and I hope it inspires you. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram account. And feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. You're always welcome. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. This is the child. And I think what they really like about you, taken from this card, is that you have this childlike quality. You have wonder in your eyes, and it's like you believe in magic, you believe in fairies, and you believe in a more like fantasy-like kind of world. And you're someone who's fun, and there's something really innocent about you, fun, a bit mischievous sometimes, but there's really still that beautiful, innocent quality. It's not that you're naive, it's not that you're stupid, not at all. It's just really happy, maybe sometimes a bit happy-go-lucky, but believing in the best, feeling loved, feeling protected, believing in good things. And you're really open. You're very, very open to people. You trust easily and you love easily, and no regrets. I'm also getting that sentence in my head. No regrets. It's just as it is. You give, and if people take it and appreciate it, wonderful, we'll be friends forever. If not, it was not it. It's a really beautiful way of coexisting, of sharing yourself with others. Really beautiful. But let's say what the oracle has to say. Not the oracle, sorry, the tarot has to say. We're starting with the tarot cards. So, what do they like about you? Pile number 1. Number 3, sorry. Pile number 3. What do they like about you? What do they like about pile number 3? Wait. So, what do they like about pile number 3? Second. It's a new deck. We have the Fool. So again, it would be like that childlike energy. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful. One more, please. What do they like about pile number 3? And we have the Hanged Man. So, this is really, really beautiful. So again, with the Fool, like I was saying, we have more of that childlike energy, kind of happy-go-lucky, and you trust the world, you trust people, you see the best in them. Like I said, it's not too naive, it's not stupid, it's very open. It's very open energy, very beautiful energy, and but you're also very independent in the sense of you are open, you take risks, you go for what you love, you're not afraid of showing your feelings. You are, like I said, I just feel this energy of being really open and happy, and you embrace life and others as they are at that moment in time. You don't really, you know, search for ulterior, could we say that? Ulterior motives? Yes. And you don't, for hidden intentions, you know, you don't see the worst, you don't expect the worst, you just, so, oh, it is as it is. Here with the Nine of Pentacles, I really find it beautiful. Look at this, you know, like she's speaking to the bird. And again, is this being in touch with yourself, with your more magical self, with your more childlike self. But the Nine of Pentacles is also a very, usually represents a very successful woman. And you see, you know, there's a lot of abundance here in the picture, like the long earrings, and also like all this fruit. And this is really a sign of abundance, is a sign of a woman that feels good in her own skin, with her own life, and she feels beautiful, she feels successful. So there's something about you. You also have that energy about you, like you are independent. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, but you are independent. You know, you could have your own business, you can have, you know, be your own boss. You could have a shop. For some of you, could be a shop, could be an online shop as well. But you're someone that you do what you love. There's something where you don't compromise. You do what you love. And I'm saying you don't compromise, especially here because of the Hanged Man. So you're someone who prefers to face financial constraints or some difficulties. You prefer that, to go through that and gain experience and wisdom and whatnot, than compromise, than selling your soul to a corporate world, for instance, or selling your soul to something that you don't believe in just in order to pay the bills. Of course, we all have to pay the bills. We all have to do some, you know, some kind of jobs. But you are someone, you are more kind of radical. You really want to be independent, to be your own boss and do your own thing. Many of you, pile number 3, you'll be artists. And I'm getting really like here, and sometimes you have difficulties, you know, especially financially. I'm getting that. I don't know why, although the Nine of Pentacles is very successful financially. But sometimes, you know, it's like you're in a tight corner. But that's the beauty of it. And the beauty of this card is like you make the most out of it. And you know there is the sky within you, right? And this adversity just opening a new possibility. And you're kind of aware of that. So it's like you know that a challenge is actually a chance in order to, you know, discover new possibilities in your life. So some of you will be artists, or you have like an artist mind, you know, like you're very independent. Maybe some of you are more like into this subculture movements. Could be hippie, could be punks, could be skaters, could be graffitis, could be anything, you know, like this subculture. And you're very free. You're very, very free. You're very kind. You're very loving, and you're very open. Your motto is really live and let live. And they love that about you. That free-spirited nature is like you, when they're around you, they also feel free. And they also feel they could do more out of their lives. They could live freer. They could live healthier. They could do things differently. And they really see you as like a role model or someone who's very consequent. You're very consequent in what you do and who you are. You're very real and authentic. It's really beautiful. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this card just is here. And they're very sexually attracted to you. They find you incredibly sexy, and probably you are beautiful and sexy. And she also looks very sexy. So yeah, so they love that about you. So what do they love about pile number 2? 3, 3, 3. So sorry, I was saying the wrong pile. So let's try again. What do they love about pile number 3? What do they love about pile number 3, please? Let's go. So we have 2 cards. We have Imrama, wonder voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. And then we have time out, awareness, contemplation, solitude, time alone. Again, what I'm getting here is this being very independent vibe, right? So you're not afraid of being alone. You're not afraid of emerging, not emerging, but submerging or diving into deep waters here with Imrama. And you're someone, I think many of you will do kind of yoga, meditation. Um, you know, there's some parts of you that really, maybe you go on pilgrimages, maybe you're Buddhists, maybe you are really like witches, Wicca witches as well, or you're kind of like in a mystic kind of religion or philosophy, something like that. You could be mediums as well, but you're very alternative. You're very different. And you're probably someone who travels a lot, who loves to travel as well. And but it's like with you, it's like traveling is not just discovering new cultures, it's like discovering yourself. So maybe of these travels would be going inward through meditation, for instance, or be it guided meditation, astral meditation. I'm getting a lot of meditation here. And there's, for some of you, a great link to India. Maybe you live in India, or is a country where you like to go, or you've been many times, but there's a link here. I'm getting like Ayurveda, something like that. You're very into that. Like that's why I was saying yoga, meditation, also Buddhism or Hinduism as well. Buddhism is spread out all over the world. But you're very linked to that. Like us, it's more, but in a very happy way, because some of you could even live like in communities. Maybe this is really too specific, you know, like hippie communities for some of you, where you have your own kind of life, your own rules, very open, equality, and very spiritual, very deep, very open. I'm always getting that word, open. And yeah, and then you're not afraid of being alone. You're not afraid, you know, and probably some of you have taken some time out of society, or, you know, like probably from you were working in a corporate, in a corporate job, and you decided to take a time out, and then you're doing something completely different right now. Or some of you just were consequent and saying, I'm not coming back to this corporate world or to this way of living. I'm doing something different, right? And they love that about you, because you're very brave. Again, you are so authentic. You're very, very deep. And you, again, you're very, very different from other people. Pile number 3, you're very, very different. And it's funnily enough, because all 3 piles, you are very different from one another. But if you're watching all of them, then there will be very different sides of you, okay? Because we're all very complex. But there's a word, there's something here that I can feel it, but I cannot name it yet. But it will come. But I see a lot of laughter. I see a lot of happiness. See a lot of swimming. Okay, I'm looking at water, but a lot of contact with water. Doesn't matter where you live, but water is also important to you. But it's like there's a higher purpose. You feel there's a higher purpose for you, right? You feel there's a higher purpose, something like very linked to nature guides, for instance, to nature spirits as well. Let's see if there's something more coming in this direction. But really interesting and deep and rewarding. Again, but again, of course, with nature, look, the bird, it's nature everywhere. It doesn't have to be the beach necessarily. It could be the countryside. It could be the mountains. Or someone who is very green and very beautiful. And some of you may even grow your own food. Something unique about you, and very consequent and very beautiful. They find you beautiful. They find you very, very, very beautiful. In and out, right? So this is the two decks together. One deck is the gods and titans. The other deck is goddesses and sirens. So, and I just decided to mix them. So, there's not just one gender. So let's see. What do they... Oh, okay, we have 3 cards already. We have Thor, action. They're all male, interesting. We have Osiris, renewal. They're very purple. And we have Akat, dedication. So, wow. Here we also have Isis, right? So I see here with this card, also that's why you're also not really afraid of being alone, or being single. Of course you want a partner, or you'd like to have a partner, but it's not something that you'd be... It's not out of desperation or out of I'm no one if I'm alone. You're not lost when you're alone. You're very independent and you're very strong. But one of the reasons for this is like there's a good balance within you of the feminine and masculine, right? And here again, you have your ideas and you just do it. Here with Thor and action. And what I'm getting, funnily enough, and this is something what they really also find very fun, charming, and exciting about you, is like, because Thor is the god of thunder, right? And you have that thunder within you as well, because you're very cheerful person, right? And you're also assertive, but you're a very cheerful person. You're very open, and peace and love and so on. But if you get crossed, the skies get dark immediately and thunder will roll, right? A bit like him here as well. So you can be actually quite easily angered, but you don't have any problem in showing it. Like you show them hell if that's if they deserve it at the moment. But it comes in a way, like they find that fascinating because it can change so quickly and go quickly as well, because you're not someone that stays mad at others for a long time. You're not resentful. You just explode in that moment and then it's gone, right? And again, renewal. You always finding ways of being alive is what I'm getting. Of being alive, that sounds a bit strange, but what I'm getting is like, if being alive is, it's like you're always rediscovering yourself. I said this as well for pile 2, funnily enough, but it's like, I see. Okay, I see. So what it says, like, you probably, many of you, pile number 3, you look younger. Oh, that's why we have the child. Thank you. Okay, so you look younger than your age. And the part of it is because of your very childlike behavior. It's not a childish behavior, but a very fun and lighthearted and full of wonder behavior, right? So that keeps you very young, but you also may have a really young skin. And you probably don't have any, you feel a bit older, so like older than 30. You probably don't have any wrinkles, or very few wrinkles, and you look young, and it's like your cells, they renew themselves easily, and they don't absorb toxins as easily as probably the majority of us, which is really nice. And it's also, you can heal very fast from any kind of disease. Usually you recover quite fast. But this tells me as well, because we have Isis here. Isis, she healed Osiris. And this could be as well that you're a healer as well. And I'm getting massage here, some kind of massage. You do something that helps other people with their back. Okay, that would be like the picture, yes, but I'm getting like with the back, something with the body. You could be doing this, something like in this. Yeah, just let me know in the comments. This is getting very, very specific, but let me know in the comments. But you can have some ability or talent to heal, like you have the gift, and that's really beautiful. Some of you are dancers as well, like I said, something with artistic. And here, dedication. And you're very dedicated, and that goes well here with Isis and Osiris, because they were very dedicated to one another, devoted to one another. And you're not only dedicated to yourself and to your business, you're dedicated to the people in your life, especially if it's a partner. And they love that about you. You give yourself completely to the tasks at hand, to what you believe in. You are 100% there. You're someone who gives of yourself 100% if you believe in something, and for the people you love. And they love that about you. Wow. So, but let's see here. And you're also a defender. You defend what you believe in. Yeah. And what you love. Yeah. So, what do they love about pile number 3? What did you love about pile number 3? Whoa. First card. We have Branwen, forgiveness. I don't know if I said that name right. Sorry if I haven't. What they love, pile number 3. What do they love about pile number 3? We have the sun. What do they love, pile number 3? And we have Oshun, generosity. Oh, that goes beautifully. You see the fruit again, nature, growing your own food. I'm getting that the whole time. But it's yellow, yellow. So, again, like we saw here earlier, you're very kind as well. And you, like we're saying here, you can be easily angered, but you also easily forgive, right? So you're very kind, you're very loving, and you're able to give people a second chance. You're always ready to give people a second chance, to allow them to prove themselves to be worthy of your attention and affection. And it's like you also understand people quite well. And because you don't see the bad side of people, you might experience it, but you still believe in their good side, in their good nature. This is quite amazing. Wow. If you give workshops, I'll take one. And then here we have wind and the sun. Again, I'm saying again, pile number 1 also got the sun. But here it's like with you radiate light. You radiate, you just shine. And you just need to be. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to, you just are, like, because you're so yourself, you're so authentic. You just, by being you, by doing what you do, you shine and you inspire other people. It's like you